G'day folks, this morning I'm doing a little bit of bait fishing on a nice quiet backwater on the Broken River. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now when I say a nice quiet backwater on the Broken River, well it's quiet as in there's not a lot of water pushing through, it's nice and slow, but it's, there's a busy road just down there, so it's not quite in that regard. But anyway, I fished here once before and you never got to see that footage. I caught a big carp and I threw a massive tantrum because I just kept getting my line tangled up in blackberries. So I walked in here first this time with my machete and I cleared a bit of an area in the hope that that will help. Oh, just had an epic bite on me bloody running sinker rig. I've just paused the video for a moment. What you're about to see is a glimpse of the old Robbie. This is the old Robbie. I killed him. He's gone now. He doesn't exist anymore. This is 7 or 8 years ago and not many people have seen this. I was younger, I was more immature, and I was throwing a proper 3-year-old tantrum. It's actually quite hilarious and I have edited out as much of the swearing as I can. But in the background was my wife Loretta, and she was laughing at me and that was just infuriating me even more. So I was already throwing a big wobbly and then Loretta was laughing at me and that made me crack it even more. I hope you can get a laugh out of this and I hope I've cleaned it up enough for you. Freaking blackberries, what do I have to do? I'll reel this in, put this out where that was, while I untangle the bloody running sinker. That was a good bite, that bugger it. I'll put that out there where I just had that other bite and I'll try and fix this mess up. Bastard. I can see the bloody worms, but I can't get down to them. Things! Oh, feed them! I can't fish! There's a fish out there, and guess what? My lines aren't in. Got a free rig next because I broke the... All I want to do is get my line back in because there's a fish there and I can't get it in. Yes, thank God. And hopefully that fish is still out there. It's only taken me 10 minutes to untangle from the black run. Why are you laughing at me? Right now, I put my line in. The fish is probably 3/4 of the way to friggin' Melbourne by now because it's only taken me about 10 minutes to untangle from the blackberries. Now I'm already tangled in them. What do you know? Right now, here's my line going back in after about 15 very frustrating minutes of being tangled around blackberries. Whoever brought these in is... And that's all I've got to say about that. I can't even get it in. I can't even get the line in. Right now I'm going to attempt to get my line back in after stuffing around for about 10 or 15 minutes with blackberries. I'm pretty sure that fish that bit my line won't be there anymore. Very, very, very frustrated. Shoelaces now. Is that a bite or was it just me touching a blackberry? It's blackberry central. I've got my landing net standing upright over there so that if I catch a fish I don't have to try and untangle it from blackberries. Anyway, I've got 2 rods. I'm going to have 2 Jan-Juck worms on each rod. This one's got a paternoster rig. That also has a paternoster rig, but I'm going to switch that over to a running sinker rig before I put it in. Alright, how deep is it? Not very, but I reckon it's deep enough. I've got to have those rods a lot more upright than I'd like to. I like to have them down on a lower angle, but I'm just a bit worried if I do that, I'll end up with line tangled around blackberries. Right, just like that. That's how easy it is. All you've got to do is lean a rod on a blackberry bush, and you're in trouble. I'm going to switch this over to a running sinker rig before I put this one in. Right, the running sinker rig is rigged and ready. Put that out there in the sun. Beautiful. Right, it's 11:20. I'm going to give it until 1 o'clock. That's an hour and 40 minutes. If I can't catch anything in that time, well, I think that's a pretty good sign that it's time to go elsewhere. In summer, I wouldn't even give it that long, but because it's winter, things are slow. I'm going to give it just under 2 hours, and if that doesn't work, I'll try a different spot. Did I just have a nibble? Oh, I did have a nibble on the running sinker. Look, look. Got him. Oh, is that a giant redfin or is it a carp? It's got to be a carp. I think it's a carp. Literally been here, like not even 5 minutes. What I normally do when I'm travelling, a few messages will come through on my phone or whatever, I don't reply to them. I wait until I get to where I'm going. I set up, get my lines in, get everything done, film an intro, and then I start replying to messages, and I just reply to the first message. It's a message from Sonny, wishing me good luck. Thanks bro, you've brought me good luck. I remember going to put this net. Why did I grab that already? It's a pretty tight little spot here. That's quite a large El Carpio. Gee, he's putting up quite a good fight and it's not even all that big. If I catch a big one, it's going to be fun and games. Now I've got to get it over this log. If I can get it over that log, then I can get it into the net. Just got to get it over that log. Over the log. I'm high sticking big time here and into the net, and I'm on the board. I am on the board. Ha! Took me all of 2 minutes. It's not even a big carp, but gee, put up a good fight. If I hook a big carp in this really tight little spot, it's going to be carnage. It's going to be carpenage. Still got a fair bit of worm on there, but I'm going to put a fresh one on there as well, just for the scent more than anything, a bit of fresh scent. I've been here literally 2 minutes. Last time I'd done this was with that nice redfin that I caught where that dead deer was in the water, and it turned out to be a bad omen. Hopefully that isn't a bad omen, catching that carp. Hopefully that's not another dreaded omen fish. You beauty, on the board. My running sinker line just pulled tight a couple of times, but I'm not sure, because it's way over there. There's a bit of line across the water. It could have been the wind just blowing the slack. I didn't want this. We're coming into windy season. Springtime's always the windiest. I'm getting a growing number of comments from people asking me to do more of this and do more of that. In particular, I've had a few people lately just ask me if I can go trout fishing again, and I've had a couple of people ask me when I'm going to go lure fishing for cod. It's winter, and where I live in winter, everything's really, really quiet. So in the winter months, here in northwest Victoria, most of my fishing is this, bait fishing with worms, and crayfishing when I can get there. At the moment, the river's flooded, so I can't even get near the river to go crayfishing. But crayfishing when I can, and carp fishing. I catch more carp in winter than any other species, but pretty soon it will be springtime, and there'll be warmer weather and there'll be more fish activity. The yellow belly will be more active, there'll be more redfin turning up, and the trout season opens in September. So pretty soon I'll be able to mix things up a little bit more. During the winter months, it's always been the same. Most of my fishing is this, sitting on the bank drowning worms. I do like to go out and flick a few lures for cod occasionally in the winter, especially towards the end of August, as we head towards the end of the season. Although this year that might not be possible because the river is flooded at the moment, so the water might be too high and dirty. But for the best part, most of my winter fishing is just doing this, drowning worms, sitting in my chair, keeping warm. But as soon as spring gets here, I can get up in the streams. I start fishing with spinners and soft plastics and minnows, and soon then it'll be time to hit Lake Nillahcootie for the yellow belly, and everything's sort of back to business. And then December comes and it's cod season again. But just bear with me, because as soon as the weather warms up in spring, I'll be able to start mixing things up a little bit more. Was there a bite on the running sinker there then, or was it just the wind moving the line around? Just looked like it had a bit of a bite. That was a bite, 100%. There it goes. Look, he's pulling on it. Gee, I tell you what, I've been here nearly an hour. I caught the omen fish 5 minutes after I got here, and I've spent the last hour just looking at that bank, wishing I was sitting over there in the sun. It's so cold. The bite on the paternoster rig. Here he goes. Here he goes. He's got him. It's a bit carpy looking, but that's all right. It's been over an hour since I got that other carp. Oh, come on, let me have a look at it. I reckon it's a carp, but I want to see it. If I lose it and don't see it, that's when I get angry. Gee whiz, it's not even all that big. Whoops, but look at it go. It's a carp. It's bigger than the last one. Now, how am I going to land it? I'll have to get that out of the way. I don't really want to lean it on the blackberries. Well, that'll be 1 each to the running sinker and the paternoster. Usually in winter they don't fight like this, but this, I've caught 2 now and they've both fought like mad. They're not even, oh no. Just got to get you over that log, mate. Look at how fat it is. I came through here with my machete earlier and trimmed some branches. Now I'm picking up little bits of offcuts. It's so fat. Gee, if that was a yellow belly, you'd be in good nick. It's in good nick as a carp for the next minute or two. That's about to change, though. His health's about to spiral out of control. It's It's actually quite a pretty looking fish. It's got no sort of anchor worm or anything on it, no red marks. I'll get a photo. That carp got me on the finger there with his fin. There's probably a name for it, I don't know what it is, but the very front of the top fin is like a bone, and it's very, very sharp. I've actually cut my finger open on that once before in one of my videos, but that carp was doing a few ray gun moves in the landing net. I was trying to hold it still for a photo, and it got me on the finger. Ouchies. Go away, stupid wind. Right, I've got the daily double. That was only just out there because I checked the line before and then moved it in a bit closer because the wind was blowing the slack around a fair bit. I'm sure I just saw a nibble on my paternoster rig again. Something, there it goes. That's definitely something, there it goes. Definitely something playing with the running sinker rig, I mean. Oh, I missed it. There was definitely a bite, no doubt about it. I've only caught 2 and they've both been carp, but there are other fish species in here. There's yellow belly and Murray cod in here. I'd have higher expectations of catching a yellow belly sort of in October, November when the weather's warming up, even September. But there's a fair chance that little nibble may have been a yellow belly. You just never know. Definitely just had a bite on the running sinker rig. Well, I've been here a bit over 2 hours. I've caught 2 carp and had a couple of other nibbles. I can no longer sit here and look at the sunny bank over there and wish that I was in it. So I'm going to pack up and go elsewhere, and I'm thinking I might go to Lake Nillahcootie at the risk of it being a little bit blustery and a little bit windy. I'm just hoping I can find a sheltered bay out of the wind, and for bonus points I might catch a bit of sunshine as well. Straight to the hot dog van. Right, rod number 1, the paternoster rig. I'll just put that out there. I don't think I need to cast out too far, to be quite honest. That'll do. It's quite windy. I'd like to try and have my rods down on a bit of a low angle if I can get away with it. Righto, rod number 2. I'm going to cast that this way, and I'm doing that because this is the running sinker rig. And I just want it on the downwind. The wind's coming from across that way. So because there's always slack in a running sinker rig, I don't want the wind to blow more slack into the rig than what there already is. So if I have it downstream, the wind will only just take up the slack and it should fish pretty well. Right, both lines are in. It's time to play the waiting game. Well, the lines have been in an hour. I've had 1 nibble on each rod. And that was it. So I'm going to reel them in and check the bait, then put them back out there. Here's a little trick I picked up back in Nam. Mess up some of the water around the edges. Fish out there will feel these vibrations, and this dirty water will move with the wind, and the fish will come into this direction looking for food. I just made that up, but I reckon it'll work. Bite, he's on there. Got him. Whoa! Finally! The fishing's been really slow. I just had a real nice bite bang on. It's not overly big. It could be a yellow. It's got some weight now. Can I say it's fighting like a yellow? If it's a yellow, it's a good one. Hey, there's a fair chance. That's not swimming around and going nuts like carp do. If it's a yellow, it could be a good 40 centimetre model. Just got to keep my eye on this other rod. Oh, it's just starting to feel a bit heavier. Oh, please be a yellow. I think it's a carp, and I think it's hooked around the top fin. That's why it feels so heavy. If it is, it'll probably break free, but I'm pretty certain that I've got my sunglasses on and they're really dark, and I might take them off. Alright, now I can see a little bit. Is it a yellow belly? The moment of truth, and it's a carp. Ah, it's a carp. Not even very big. It was hooked around that back fin. drag you up, mate. I don't think you'll snap the line. You're not big enough. I'm on the board! At last. Well, I'm on the board. I checked my bait and cast my lines back out after the 1 hour mark. And I was 10 minutes shy of the 2 hour mark when I caught that fish. That's amazing. So I've sat here for 2 hours. I had a couple of nibbles earlier, but nothing no proper bites until then. Now I'm finally on the board. Alright, I'll put this back out, then I'll check the line on that other rod as well. Did I ever tell you that I was addicted to doing the hokey pokey? But I turned myself around. And that's what it's all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. He's getting a bite. I thought that he's on there. Got him. I'm thinking that slack's being taken up. Well, this has got to be a carp. This is heavy. Oh, he got off. Oh, no. Wrapped around a snag out there, I think. What sometimes happens, the lake's just risen, we've had all this rain, there's probably fork-shaped sticks out there. Bugger it, and I'm probably snagged on one of them, or it could just be a snag of any kind. But I'm thinking, is that line moving? Someone's taking that slack up. I really hope this breaks the stick and not the line, although I'm pretty sure the fish is gone, to be honest. I can't feel it kicking. It got really light before it got tight again, so it's always good not to just snap. The slower you go back, the more chance you've got of it breaking free. Although I don't think this is going to break free. No, there she goes. Bugger! When you sit there for 2 hours, the last thing you want to do is lose fish. If I caught 10, it wouldn't bother me. Oh. How many times have I done that? I get a bit of slack in the line, so I go like that just to straighten the line up. Next thing you know, half my rod's gone. Thankfully, I heard it land on the ground behind me over here, somewhere. Here it is. That is such a bad habit that I'm in. I've always done it. This is an old rod. It's quite loose. You know how you fix a loose rod like that? Here's a power tip. If you ever have a rod like that that's getting really loose, nail polish. Put a bit of nail polish on. That might have even had some on there at some stage. And then you put the nail polish on, then you put the rod on, the tip on while the nail polish is wet, and then it'll stay there. Problem is, you can't break it down for quite a long time. It pretty much glues the rod together, but it works. Just had a big bite. Just about to pack up and go home. I can barely see, and I just had a big bite. Well, it's been a tough afternoon, but it hasn't been a fishless trip. At this time of year, I'll take any fish that I can. Hopefully, pretty soon the weather will start to warm up and things will start to get a bit more active. But I've still had a relaxing afternoon anyway. Thank you all very much for watching.